Yeah. Adjusted. Why isn't that coming in? There we go.
Hi, what's up?
Too much technology.
It's pretty cool. That's good though. Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
I just need a place for my beer.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's...
Make sure that's nice and tight. Hopefully it just runs a little more efficiently than the last system. Last fish was a little rough. Alright, here you go. Stand by if you're watching on Facebook. Oh, your friend Priscilla just chimed in.
Nice.
Alright. I think you need that. Go without that for the sake of space and time.
Chimed in. It's like 8 a.m. there.
She must have got the alert.
Ah.
That we're live. She's a big fan. Her and the Wallace.
Yes.
He'll be here today for the draft.
No, you won't. Really?
Yeah.
That'd be
Maddie?
cool. Oh, Maddie.
Let's see. What's my mother calling me? Told her to call back after. All right, so that's good. We're good there. Oh, there he is. Alex Wallace chiming in. Saturday show. Yes, sir. It is indeed a Saturday show. We're doing a test for the most part. This is the new system. So we if you oh god. Yeah. Hello.
It's a draft day special.
Tomorrow morning's easier. Okay. Come on tomorrow. All right, bye. He needs help fixing the microwave, but you didn't say anything last night. I told her I was busy all day today. Sorry.
Hmm? Oh, I was sure you're talking. What's happening?
Oh, my mother.
Oh, your mom.
She doesn't listen when you tell her stuff. All right, so I guess do you get people watching on Facebook? Is there sound? Do you hear sound? Let us know. Just want to make sure we get the sound going on here because we had a problem with sound last time. She says looking good. Things are flowing.
Cool.
New system. We got 5 viewers. Look at that. Saturdays might be a popular day. All right. Cool. We're in business. All right. So let's start. We'll start the actual recording of the show.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do this. Ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's the Arty 84 show, live here on a Saturday. What is it? The 17th of August.
Draft day. Draft special.
Draft day. It's been
Almost
a
a month.
month. It was the 15th was the last show, July 15th, and I don't even think that was a full show. I think we had a technical difficulty, which inspired the whole remodel of the studio here.
That's good. That's good, buddy.
So we got everything is centrally located over here. Let's see, Alex Wallace. I'm not Fatty Matty, fucker. We'll find out today, because if Maddie's here and we don't hear from Alex Wallace, we know that we have a problem. Today is draft day for our fantasy league that we have collectively with a bunch of us, the Packie League, if you will. We will be doing that draft at 2:00, which will be interesting. Have you reviewed your teams or your people yet?
No,
Any homework?
I have skimmed. I just know who has contract issues and who doesn't.
It's important, yes. Yeah.
That's probably the only thing I pretty much looked at. I just haven't had time, really.
Problem is, that's the thing, because you want to make sure you draft someone who's not going to... First of all, going to be able to play beginning of the season,
like
right?
Le'Veon Bell last year.
Yeah, like, how long did Bell sit
The
out
whole
for?
season.
Was it the whole season
He's
last
gone all
year?
season. Luckily, though, that
Jesus.
didn't end up sinking my team. Like,
Oh, you drafted him. That's right.
Yeah.
I want to go over the... Oh, there you go. Get the sound goes. All right, we get sound. This is good. Everything's working all good. We have last year's draft board that I saved.
Saved it? Oh, man.
This was, if you watched the show over in the fall, you were able to basically see our picks for the league for the entire year. So we get the new draft boards up on the wall over there. We're going to be running that today. And
the dog's like flipping out.
yeah, it's like freaking out. So the winner last year was It's Joe P.
Yeah,
right?
yes, that's right.
So this is the most bulky thing ever.
It is. The new one's over there.
So you picked Bell first overall.
Yeah.
Then you went McCaffrey, McCoy, Landry, Funches, Goodwin, all the way down.
Funches?
Funches, is that his name?
Funches.
No, Funches.
It's Funches, yeah.
There's no L in it.
But it's spelled Funches. Is
that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Funches. I like that better, though.
My favorite was Sue's six. What was your pick, Sue, though? You picked the guy? Oh, Deca, who literally retired hours after the draft last year. Literally. Hours. So, people making comment on my haircut. I just literally got out of the shower.
We'll know before this. Let's see. We started about 12:15. This will be over at 1:15. So we'll know the order before this is over.
Yes,
right?
we'll know the draft.
Randomized is 1 hour, right?
Yeah, 1 hour before. We changed so Mr. What's his name? With Doubleback? Doubleback was right. The schedule is pretty similar year after year. We decided to change it. I changed the divisions. So now it's not a Revere division or non-Revere division. It's a girls division and a boys division.
Oh, boy.
So there's some boys in the girls division. So
some boys in the girls division.
There's three girls.
There's some boys in the girls division.
Three girls. Division? So we need 6 people in each division. So to make the teams more random, I had some boys. We all know that Joey Doubleback is in the girls division because of his sensitivity and his like for female type TV shows. Who he will be making his appearance today at 1 o'clock. He might be able to make it on the show before the show's over. He might be able to get a guest appearance of Doubleback.
Might be.
Since he's been gone, we have not seen him.
I'm trying to think of the last thing I actually... the last thing I remember... oh, wow, that was a long time. Remember I sent that photo of all of us old from that app?
Yes.
That was like right after the last show. Wow, it was a while ago. I was trying to think of things that have happened.
And now the Russian government has your phone information.
Yeah, they're going to be very disappointed.
Was that a true thing? Was that a true thing?
Yeah.
The Russian government really involved in that?
The government was saying that it's not. Our government was saying that like they don't know much about it. They were saying they could have your data, but what doesn't have your data? Everything in this room has your data, like Alexa, everything. Like everything's always listening. So plus I deleted it right afterwards. But
Alex Wallace says, "Is Sue going to pick the entire Saints team again?"
I know, right? I'm going to make sure she doesn't.
And in addition,
I'm going to squash her.
He says that Mallet. He said that Mallet should be in the girls' division with Uncle Eric. Sure. Uncle Eric isn't actually in this league. He missed this opportunity for 6 years. This is the 5th year.
Yeah. So
5 years ago we started this league.
Well, no, there's no way you can end up with all Saints players this year. Kamara's too good, so you got to have like pick 1 or 2, and then.
No, it's Kamara and Breeze. That's about it.
No, their wide receiver. Thomas? Yeah, he's pretty good. But I think this is the year Breeze goes down a little bit in terms of his productivity. He's getting older, too. I mean, he's still going to be good. He's Drew Brees, but he's not, I think, like Brady. You know, you can't beat Father Time. Oh, man, that'd be hilarious, actually. I just want to see Patriot. I'm a Patriots fan, but there's a part of me that wants to see Bill coach the hell out of this thing and see what he can do without Brady.
This new kid's going to be fucking phenomenal. What's his name?
Which one?
The third-string quarterback? Pats are on tonight. We'll see him. He's starting the game tonight.
Oh, yeah. I forget his name.
Not Hoyer, but so last year the best quarterback statistically. Do you know who he was?
In fantasy, was it Mahomes?
Nope.
Oh, was it that douchebag with the Rams?
No. Well, you're close. Mahomes was 2, and the douchebag with the Rams was 4. Goff. Number 1 was Roethlisberger. Statistically, was the best quarterback last year.
Goff, I thought was the Rams.
Sorry? Goff is the Rams.
Yes.
He was number 4.
Oh, he's 4. Who was 1?
Yes, Roethlisberger. Statistically, was the best quarterback last year.
Huh.
Our boy Tommy Brady.
Yeah, he's never.
Statistically, was 7th best quarterback.
Yeah.
Not fantasy points, statistic-wise.
Oh, okay,
so if you went to the NFL.com for 2008 regular season statistics, you would get the top 10 quarterbacks would be Roethlisberger, Mahomes, Ryan Goff, Luck, Rodgers, Brady, Rivers, Eli, and Cousins. Those would be your top 10 quarterbacks statistically. That goes by completions, attempts, percentage. See, they have touchdowns on this. Yeah, touchdowns. See, for example, Mahomes had the most touchdowns, 50. So he would be your fantasy guy you want to get, right? Whereas Roethlisberger statistically overall had better statistics. He only had 34 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Tommy Brady only had 29. Eli only had 21. So this makes him bad.
I'm surprised Cousins made the top 10 because he got injured and left for the year. He still made it in the top 10.
Yeah, but you can remember this is statistics. So it doesn't go over the 16 games. It just pretty much goes what your numbers were. So I think you have to have at least 4 games in.
Yeah.
Do you know who the best running back statistically was last year?
Where's Gurley?
Gurley's 3.
Elliott
was 2.
Damn it, man! It wasn't the guy of Pittsburgh that filled in for Bell, was it?
No, it was
no.
C.J. Anderson.
C.J. Anderson?
Yeah.
He only played
Again, he only had.
I know what you're going by.
He only had 43 attempps.
Yeah. Oh,
but
I see.
Out of those 43 attempts, he had 2 touchdowns. So his numbers are fluffed. So when you look at these statistics, you got to see how many games and statistics, how many things they played, because they could be. Essentially, Todd Gurley would be your best running back because he had 17 touchdowns last year. So I mean, he's the guy you would want to look at as. And then here's the thing: I always go by 2000. I always go by year before statistics because the reason is you don't want to go by projections because projections never work.
Yeah, and also I look at their age as a factor too. I have a difficult time with anybody over 30, and also obviously contract. All of a sudden, contracts are an issue.
I played fantasy baseball for the first time this year. Made the playoffs, and I basically draft my team by whoever had the best statistics the year before.
Yeah, it's definitely something you should look at.
Basically, all I did was base my draft picks. It's fucking annoying the hell.
You also got to wonder who they're throwing to. Also, who's throwing to who? You know what I mean? If there was a quarterback change, they might not be as productive. Also,
exactly.
If you draft a wide receiver that lit it up last year, and all of a sudden isn't your quarterback, might not.
It's a macro thing. It gives you a baseline to start.
Yeah,
that's the important part. Is having a baseline. I'm still trying to get all these
So
technicalities.
after today, we'll be back to Monday.
We have to evaluate the schedule. My work schedule changed now, so
yeah, no, you're all over the place.
Yeah, probably be back to Mondays most likely, but I'd say probably starting a week from this Monday.
Yeah,
I got a fantasy draft this Monday actually.
How many in this? Are you less than last year at least?
I mean, I dropped out of 1. I was in. Dropped out of 2.
You were like 6 last.
I was in 6 last year, so I'm down at least 4. So I'm this one, the Mogs one. Yeah. Is the couples one happening? So we're in that one. And then I'm in a lifetime league. You ever play a lifetime league?
No.
All right, so you pay $50 a year. The team you draft this year, this is the first year where everyone's doing it, is your team forever.
Whoa.
So you're drafting a lifetime team. So you have to think of things in situations. How good is this guy going to be this year, or is he going to be better? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you young guys, you're going to get guys who have a future.
Well, okay, what if someone leaves the NFL?
So
to replace that?
Next year we have a draft. We have a 2-round draft. To pick new plays coming out.
I see what you're saying.
So as long as the people aren't accounted for, you get. So it's basically a rookie draft. So it's a 2-round rookie draft.
Wow.
Or a free agent draft.
That's
but
expensive.
you can pick up a free agent anytime you want.
Yeah.
So you could drop a pick up, whatever. But of a team you essentially have, you keep those guys forever. So if you, Mr. Powers wants to know if we're streaming the draft. We might stream the draft. Let's see how that goes. See how many people we're gonna have. I think everyone is coming except for Joe, who lives in Seattle, which could be difficult for him to go.
Brittany.
And Brittany, who so in order to make this work, you can't just skip a draft pick. So we're forcing people who aren't here in the second round to draft a kicker.
That's awesome.
So because you got to get that, you got to fill that position anyways.
Yeah,
so,
you have to. Yeah.
And it's for me to stop it and to go back and then because the person who's going to be affected is the person drafting after him. It's going to fuck everything up.
I see what you're saying.
So if you are not at the draft today, in the league, we set the date in April, 4 months ago.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, you said this so long ago.
If you're not here in the second round live in the room, well, Miss Susie J is cooking some. Was she cooking chili?
Yeah.
She's cooking chili and some snacks for everyone. You have to draft a kicker second round. So.
But you know what's funny about kickers? I think it's always interesting. There's always that 1 or 2 games a year where a kicker just lights it up, and all of a sudden, like your points are massive because of your kicker.
I had Janikowski one year. First, you know how they do the 2 Monday night games a year?
Yeah.
On the first Monday night, it was the second game when he was with the Raiders, and he put up 27 points. I ended up winning the week by like 5 points because of the kicker. He kicked 2 50-plus yard field goals that were good. So
I do think my favorite fantasy story is one of yours and I've told people this story before and it's hilarious. It's the one where you said you lost because of a kneel down and you lost a yard, which made you lose the game.
I lost the Powers by a point because my quarterback kneeled down at the end of the game and I went a minus yard when I lost by half a point because we had decimal points for yards.
I'm not even sure if I would be furious or laughing because that just seems like...
Yeah, it was pretty fucking sick. In that same game, I had a guy. We didn't play... How do we play? I had him... the way we did it, it was a punt return. So the guy I had got a touchdown for a punt return, but it didn't count because the special teams got that point, not the player. Because we played special teams / defense. Okay. Now, if we just played defense, I would have got that point.
I see what you're saying.
Special teams wouldn't count, which is always a kick in the dick, too. I think I did the same game. Mm. The number one receiver last year, do you know who he was?
Oh, let me get my brain up there. Where
statistically?
I'm curious to know. I don't think this is number one, but I am curious to know what Juju Smith-Schuster ranks.
So this is ranked by receptions.
Oh, receptions. Okay.
So Juju Smith was fifth. He was tied in fifth.
Yeah,
with,
he surprised me last year.
Devontae Adams for most receptions.
Where's Julio Jones?
Jones was third, 113 receptions.
I can never get the number one. I'm always skirting around it.
You named him earlier. Michael Thomas.
Oh, Michael Thomas. Okay.
Yes, he had 125 receptions. So if you're in a PPR league, he's a good guy to have. Yeah. You get a point. He would have got you 125 points last year purely just on his catches.
He did the goalpost thing. He was the one that put the phone behind he brought that back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see some of the shenanigans they do this year.
Oh, I know.
So what's-his-face has been reinstated.
Yes.
So that means he's a Patriot technically, right?
Yeah.
Because he was the last team he was on before he left. So, in theory, Josh Gordon can play. When can he play?
He can play. They were talking about this on the radio right when I was coming in.
So can he play today?
Week 1. He can't play there in the postseason, in the preseason, because he's not ready. He's not going to play. But he can technically play week 1.
So he could play week 1.
I am so sick of the Josh Gordon stuff. I really the thing is he's overhyped because of how talented he is, but he never amounts to that talent because he ends up not playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ends up getting suspended. So he's kind of overrated, but he has the ability, which makes him good. But every freaking year, I am so sick of people putting him on this pedestal because it never amounts to it.
It's the thing that sucks mostly about it is the fact that he got in trouble for smoking the weed.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what it was.
It was like a 16th offense.
Yeah.
But if he played in the NBA, he would be fine. Because they don't test for that, I guess you could say. They don't say they don't test for it.
Yeah.
They just don't advertise the fact they don't test for it. So in theory, they don't test for it, I guess you could say at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because if you did test for it, you wouldn't have an NBA. Because you know those guys smoke like a chimney. Definitely. Get all high. LeBron's at the club with his woman, getting all high.
I was ecstatic. For draft purposes, I was ecstatic that he's back because he's overrated. He's going to go pretty earlier than he probably should.
He will go pretty early.
Yeah, I'd pick him, but not as early as someone else is probably going to pick him.
What's the odds he finishes the season?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because, he is on a very tight, what's the word? Short leash. Not tight leash, a short leash.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if he doesn't finish the season because he gets injured.
Could be an injury.
That'd be funny if he gets injured because he has
it's not even a
drug-related thing.
Drug thing, yeah.
I could see that happening.
Good.
I'm actually going to agree. I actually said it last year, and I'm actually going to agree with Susie that I think Brady's going to get injured, and I hope he doesn't. But
he's like injured.
Yeah. I mean, the guy has just lucked out so much, and he's another year older. And what is he, 40 what now?
He's 42.
42? Man, I hope he doesn't. I really don't. But you have to wonder when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, is he going to make it to 45?
I guess, he's like, I don't know if he make it to 45. I don't think he gets injured this year, though. You see how good that offensive line is?
That's true.
It could be one of the best offensive lines in Brady's tenure.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what a dumpster fire the Giants are going to be this year.
Oh, they're going to suck. They're going to be terrible.
I remember last year everyone thought they were going to be better, and I was like, yeah, they got Barkley, and he's great and all, but their offensive line is shit. They have no protection.
Well, they lost, what's his face?
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham. He went to the Browns, right?
Yeah.
So
they have that other player, though, who Tate, who's suspended for
Golden Tate
policy.
For allegedly taking enhancements for his fertility drugs.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
I didn't know it was in it. I mean, here's the thing. maybe there was something. Maybe he was, right? But wouldn't you at least ask a doctor before you start taking it? Be like, hey, listen, I'm a professional athlete, and they test for X, Y, and Z. Is X, Y, and Z in this, and will I have a situation?
Yeah.
And then you go even further and be like, if there's a possibility, can I have something in writing from the doctor, perhaps maybe a letter from the doctor saying he has taken this stuff, we just want to get an okay, and then have the NFL look at it and say, hey, you probably shouldn't take this because it will flag and you will get in trouble.
Yeah.
Rather than taking it amongst yourself to go do something and then it biting you in the ass. I think that is the problem. I think if he was just more proactive about it, or he was just taking steroids and he was using it as an excuse.
That's probably more likely.
I mean, that's probably the situation right there.
I mean, you would think, too, you'd be preemptive about it if you learned that and you would go to the NFL first and be like, listen, this is what happened.
I mean, it's your profession. Right. It's your job, right?
Millions
of dollars at stake. I mean, you would make sure you have everything combed over very nicely before you made a decision of that nature. But or you're just taking some enhancement drugs because he wants to, bulk himself up a little bit, Yeah. Which, that's the case. It is what it is. What are you going to do?
It wasn't the same thing that Manny Ramirez got bagged for?
I think it was, yeah. His was, what the hell was this for? Was it sex enhancement?
I don't know.
It was like a penis enhancement, something he was taking. It was like I feel like I could be wrong. I feel like it was a sex enhancement type thing he was taking, and he said he was taking it to help stimulate himself during sex or something. It was something a Viagra type thing that tested positive. Something stupid like that. It's all funny how Peyton Manning got drugs sent to his house and no one talks about that. So I think that's kind of funny.
Who blamed? Oh no, it was remember Roger Clemens blamed his wife.
Yeah. Roger Clemens was his wife's fault. His wife gave him some enhancement because his wife was she's a professional a workout chick or something like that.
Buff. Yeah.
So I think he said that, she was giving me some stuff to help me recover from my injuries. Recover, that means he left the Red Sox as a declining pitcher and all of a sudden went to another country and then had a reclaim of his life.
Yeah. Man, money doesn't buy you class. That guy is an idiot. Roger Clemens is
still my favorite.
Great. Oh, man.
Favorite baseball player of all time.
I will say one of my favorite memories is when he ended up with Toronto, and then he's just with every strikeout just staring up at the booth at Dan Duquette.
My one of my favorite thing was his press conference when he was going to free agency, and he had told the fans of Boston he would just rather he wants to go home, he wants to go closer to home to play, because he wants to be with his family and he wants to go play for a team that he grew up hinting around. It was either going to be the Rangers or the Astros, and then he went to Canada, which is hilarious. It's funny, he won a World Series in 2000 and was it just 2000 he won?
I think so. Yeah,
2001 maybe. He won 2.
Yeah.
But people always forget he was in the 2006 World Series too with the Astros.
That's right.
And that was a good team they actually had that year.
What I find interesting about Clemens' legacy in Boston is I do believe while he was in Boston, he kind of was overrated. If you look at his statistics in Boston when he left, his totals, he was a 500 pitcher. He did have an amazing couple of years, but he ended up at around 500.
He was
Look
good
someday. It's interesting.
He was on the scale of Red Sox players in the past. He was up there.
Yeah, he was.
As for the macro of the entire league, he left a little to be desired. I think. I think it was a little more.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he looks terrible now. See this picture?
But oh wow.
God.
He looks kind of drunk. But then after he left the Red Sox, he blew up.
Yeah.
He totally.
57 years old. He's from Dayton, Ohio, so he must have grew up in Texas. That must be the thing. Because he originally was from Texas. All right, so he played. That's right. He came back for the Yankees for half a season in 2007. 2-time World Series winner, 99 and 2000. That's not right. No, you're right. Who did they lose in 2001 to? Yeah, they lost to Arizona in 2001. That was the big 9/11 World Series. Yankees versus Arizona and the Rocket and Schilling.
Yeah.
So 99 they swept the Padres, and in 2000 they swept the Mets. 2 really great teams to play in the,
Yeah. Who was your favorite hitter?
Favorite hitter of all time? It's a good question.
Mine, honestly, and I'll explain why, is I used to love watching. Well, I would say in terms of a swing, I used to love Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, yeah.
He had the sweetest looking swing. But in terms of just pure fascination, I was always fascinated with Vladimir Guerrero because he's the best junk ball hitter. You could try to. I think he swung at an intentional walk pitch and hit it.
He swung at everything.
And would hit it. Like, he was a good hitter.
He just didn't give a shit. He did not like to walk. He wanted to hit. He literally just... I remember that game. He actually was pissed off that they were trying to intentionally walk him. And he told him to go fuck themselves, and he swung at an outside pitch foul. I think you're right. I think it was a single because everyone was assuming it was just going to be a walk.
He was just an amazing junk ball hitter. No matter where you throw it, he'll hit it.
Yeah.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
I think so.
Yeah, he was a really good player.
Son's doing pretty good for the Blue Jays.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he's playing too.
The Blue Jays have his son, and they have Biagio's son too.
Oh wow, Biagio's son. Wow.
Biagio, yeah.
Missed to get hit by a pitch.
Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, Clemens, how many years did he pitch? He said from 84 to 2007. So he had a decent career. That's what, 20... How many years is that? It was 23 years?
Something like that.
Wow. Damn. So he pitched 23 years. 2 World Series wins. Lifetime ERA of 3.1. Not too bad.
Good. Check it, though. Someday go back and look at just what it was with the Red Sox when he left. That's it.
Let's see. He was a Red Sox for 12 years.
What he piled up with the Red Sox. I want to say he finished with like a 500 record in ERA, like close to 4.
Let's break it down. Yeah, I gotta go to some statistic website. But yeah, he definitely had a decline. That's why Duquette didn't re-sign him.
Yeah,
he was definitely a declining pitcher, and the money that he wanted in free agency was ridiculous.
So in a ways, I always hated Dan Duquette, but that is one thing you can't really blame him for. But
Dan Duquette wasn't a bad manager.
GM, yeah, he wasn't.
GM rather. He sucked because the ownership sucked at the time.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want to spend any money. That's the thing. And it wasn't until fucking Henry and the goofball fucking crew took over.
Yeah.
The most out of touch rich people I ever met in my life.
Very out of touch.
Like, they literally have no sense of the regular working man whatsoever.
None at all. Completely detached.
It's pretty fucking hilarious.
How do you feel about Dombrowski?
I think he's gone personally.
Yeah.
I heard we might be getting what's his face back? Theo.
Oh man, that's
so Theo's contract's up with the Cubs this year.
I wish, but
and so they said they were speculating what it would take to get him back to the Red Sox, and it would require what Billy Beane has, a share stake in ownership with the team. So you basically got to say you come over and you own 10% of the team to profit margin.
It's not my team, but I would. Theo's
a good GM. I mean, what do you do? You went to Red Sox, won a World Series, built a great farm system, right?
Yeah.
Went to the Cubs. Won them a World Series, built them a great farm system. Yeah. What does Dombrowski does? He goes over, spends ridiculous amounts of money, gets rid of
everything,
gets rid of all your young talent. Literally, I mean, the Red Sox, their farm system's still not bad for their level of play in the farm league.
Yeah,
but on a big scope, like for example, like against other teams and stuff like this, like to make it to major leagues, they don't really have major league players. I mean, Lowell's like in first place in 1A. I know Pawtucket's not bad. Sea Dogs aren't bad.
Yeah.
But they don't have, like, overwhelming, blockbuster players left anymore.
Those sexy players that you would include in a package deal to trade. No.
They get a bunch of, Pedroias and type players, who are really good for that team.
I wish he'd just retire.
I don't know why he hasn't officially retired. He went to some surgery in Arizona to get his foot fixed.
Ego... money attached somewhere that he can't,
But he still gets the money if he retires. That's the problem. He's still the contract. They pay out.
There might be some sort of incentive roster thing in there somewhere.
I think it's more ego. I think he thinks he's coming back.
Yeah, maybe he just can't give it up.
Yep. And I don't think he is.
No, I don't think so either. I think
it'd be a liability if he's on the field.
Yeah.
He was always he was a scrappy hitter.
Oh yeah.
That's a guy who had the worst swing I ever seen. It was like an inside out kind of like a almost golf swing.
Yeah, his leg would almost always scrape the ground.
Yeah, and the way the bat would go, it wasn't straight across. It dipped down, and then he would make contact with the ball. He would get balls in play because they were basically loopers over the shot and second baseman. But
yeah,
he wasn't the fastest guy.
Like to put his balls in play.
Yeah, he puts his balls in his face. What time is it? Is it draft order up? 20 minutes so we get the draft order. Then we can post them up on the board over there.
Woo-hoo.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting draft. Hope everyone brought their money. The only person that paid so far was a person that doesn't have a job, which is hilarious. So I always think that's...
I'm right here.
Oh, there you go.
I know.
I don't think we chased too many people down last year. I know I chased down last year. My neighbor across the street. who just
on the air.
There we go. It's proof. We have proof that we paid. We got 2 paid. Sue never pays.
Well, she knows where to find you.
Yeah, I shake her down. Where's my money?
So I
never pay.
You're my husband.
So I gotta pay for her. I takes it out of the house account anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Remember, it's yours is hers, and what's hers is just hers.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
I'm gonna be a stay-home dad. You're gonna have to pay for me next year. You know, that's how it goes. Oh, and if you're watching and coming over for the draft, we have 2 barrels now. The one closest to the door is the garbage. The one next to it is the dog food. So make sure you don't throw garbage in the dog food barrel.
What's in that one? Is there dog food in here?
No, nothing here. This is moving the storage at some point. We had to get it out of that corner over there because we had to shift everything. Because it used to be there. We had to shift everything down to fit this mechanism over there.
Who is working the draft board this year?
I don't know.
No.
Joe has a panic attack when he did it last year. He was like sweating.
I tried finding someone on Craigslist, but I don't know, the bum down the street would probably went up for it. But
yeah, what we could get? Can we get a? Can we call Craigslist and see if we can get someone
on short notice?
Like we'll pay him. We'll feed him. We'll work for food. Maybe we can get one of the foreign kids that live in this building to come do it for us. We might need a step stool to get to the top though. For the first few rounds, might be a challenge for him.
It's true.
Well, the good thing is, they are. I would highly suggest that you take your full minute and a half to make your pick, so we have time to throw it on the board. So feel free to take your time and do what you need to do.
Oh yeah, I plan on it.
Draft, you can. Let's see. Oh, there you go. All right, we're just checking on the things. So, all right, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, let's talk about
this.
Yeah. How was your road trip?
It was an adventure. It was not as the cities were kind of dull in the sense of stuff to do, I guess you could say. We left at 2 a.m. on Friday morning and got to Norfolk at 2 p.m. So it was a 12-hour drive down. The reason it took so long is because there was no highway. Once we got to off the Jersey Turnpike, I've driven through Delaware. I've seen every part of Delaware now. Literally, we took this road that took you right through the state of Delaware. And then we did the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel.
Okay.
Which is like this 25-mile-long bridge / double tunnel that goes across the Chesapeake Bay in the opening. It's just fucking pretty crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, in Norfolk, not much to do. We went to the game, and then we went and checked out a couple bars. And it was just a very hipster-like town. It wasn't really much like... Very hipster, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I can't really describe it more than that. And then the next day we drove down the south of the border and for a half hour to walk around to stay over there. And then we went to Durham, which was a cute little college town with very hipster as well. The coolest place in town to go to was a old warehouse that had arcade games. And that was it.
They're everywhere, man. They're spreading.
It was basically a place. But the cool part about the place was it was next to the original Durham Bulls field where they filmed Bull Durham.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
When you looked out the window, you got to see. I guess one of the colleges uses it now.
Yeah.
But so we're sitting there and we're like, well, there's really nothing to do here. We did use those electric scooters.
Oh.
We drove those around town. And then our hotel was like 3 miles away, so we just took it back to the hotel. We took all these back roads through Durham back to the hotel. It was actually pretty cool.
How fast do those go? I heard like 30, maybe
20. I think we got 22 miles per hour.
Yeah.
I mean, you could accelerate yourself more to make it go downhill, but I got it. Mine was about 22. It has no suspension at all. You feel every fucking crevice on the road. So we were driving it on the road because there's no sense driving on the sidewalk. You feel that motion or whatever.
Yeah.
But they do light up, so they are safe to drive at night.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't bad.
That's cool. As you know, I went up to Maine. And, I shot my first assault rifle.
Nice.
Honestly,
semi-automatic.
No, I didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
I honestly, because here's the thing, this thing was like decked out. It was like had a scope and everything.
Where the hell did you get an assault rifle to shoot?
Oh, a friend of my dad's.
Oh, nice.
You just shoot right outside.
Oh yeah, I mean, no kiss, yeah.
Okay. Just alert the neighbors. But it wasn't fun. Like shooting like a 22, a regular rifle, you have to line it up with your own eye is more enjoyable.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more sport to it. But like I'm holding this thing and I'm like, this thing is like an instrument of freaking fucking death. And like it wasn't fun because like just aim the red dot.
Yeah.
So it's like what's the
and it has really the kick wasn't that bad, huh?
It had a little bit to it,
but it wasn't like a handgun that knocks you fucking back.
No, it was. I mean, it had a kick to it, but like I said, I just didn't find it as fun as shooting like a 22 or something like that. It was just kind of like I'm like this is. It was like Columbine.
I shot a couple machine gun type things like that, so weapons of that nature down in Vegas. And the handgun, you hit it, it's like boom, and you get this
like
punch back. Yeah, like I shot the Desert Eagle, which will fucking 50 caliber gun will blow your arm off. Then you shoot the machine gun, and it's just like, and it's like the kick is a little bit, but it's like, and it's like, I don't know, it just seems a little fucking wild. They just
I mean,
feel a little unfair.
I mean, it was cool. Yeah, it was exactly. It was what I mean, it was an AR-13, but it was like it totally just like I said, just aim the red dot.
It takes the fun out of killing someone. You know what I mean? Because at least like there's a challenge to shooting them with a handgun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know what I mean? Like you don't when you shoot them with a machine gun, all you gotta do is like
aim the target. Yeah, exactly.
Clean the room.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm aiming at a target. And it's like I just don't see how aiming with like a red dot at a target when it's gonna land there anyway is really that fun.
Doesn't have the same, the same splat.
Oh, but it was cool. And then I did a nice hike through Arcadia, and it's still 7-mile hike.
Nice.
It was cool. Beautiful, beautiful views. Yeah.
Sounds like quite the time. Arcadia National Park. Where the hell is that? How far how north is that?
That is about let's see, that's a 4-hour drive. It's about an hour and 45, almost 2 hours from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Nice little nature walk.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. The thing is like the clouds started coming in. It was a really weird weather a couple weeks, like last weekend, because it was sunny one minute and out of nowhere it starts raining, and we're at the top, and all of a sudden these clouds start coming in from we could see off in the distance, and it was kind of like a race against time to get down because it's mostly rock where we were. So it's like if this gets wet, we have to go down. It sucks. So it was like I felt like it was kind of fun going back down because I felt like we were rushing, like a race against the nature. It's kind of fun.
We took the roof and the doors off the Jeep. Notice the doors are still sitting in our living room. I've had them off since we got back. We hit rain once. We were coming back from south of the border. We're heading towards to North Carolina, through North Carolina. And all of a sudden, it started raining on the highway. But if you go fast enough, the rain actually goes over the Jeep. It doesn't actually go in. Yeah. And then we were starting to slow down for traffic. So I pulled underneath this overpass. And we just threw the roof on real quick, and it was fine.
Yeah.
You get a little splash on the side from like when cars drive by and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's like I had the doors off since last week, so I haven't bothered putting them on yet.
Yeah, my buddy, he's real old school. He just got a brand new Jeep, like brand new off the lot. And he had to replace his old one. And he's bitching about how, like, and there is quite a bit of plastic inside the Jeep. And he's like, this is cool, but, like, I just know it's going to break. Like over time, the up and down. And, like, he's like, I miss my old Jeep because it had, like, less plastic in it. Like,
oh, there's plastic everywhere. Like, everything's covered. Like, the old school Jeeps, the roll bars and everything were exposed.
Yeah.
Now everything has a plastic, like, covering on it now. So it's like, yeah, I can see where he said things could be a little more liable to break.
Yeah. But he's like, watch the plastic. It's like, I can't believe I'm saying that in this day and age, telling somebody to watch the plastic.
I do like they did replace, they were smart enough to replace the carpet and actually have rubber mats in the back now.
Oh, yes, I did notice
so,
that. Yes.
And they connect like a Lego, so you can pull up them out and you can spray them down. And, I mean, it's fun. It's good to go. So, it is a nice little perk that they didn't have before. I had carpet in my old Jeep and it got wet once and it smelled like a wet dog for about,
Ugh. That's like the worst smell.
Did you ever give the dogs the medicine? Is that why they're so chill right now? You gotta give the dogs their antidepressants because when we have people over, they get a little rambunctious.
Yeah. Oh, I donated blood for the very first time.
Nice.
Yes.
From your penis?
But, oh man.
They get you all excited and aroused, and they just tap into the vein.
Yeah, they jammed a catheter up there.
There you go.
Oh god. I didn't realize. I knew it makes you tired. But I didn't realize how lethargic it really makes you for a while. I was really sensitive to it.
Yeah.
I was like a little pale, and they're like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I walked home. I was fine. It was right down the street.
Drains your energy, right? Or something.
It really does. But I didn't anticipate it doing it that much. But I got some free wings out of it, so that's good.
Oh, what'd you do with the 98.5 sports up thing? Because that was near your work, right? Oh no, it was near
right
your
down
house.
the street for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Why not?
There you go.
I don't have AIDS, everybody. Woohoo!
Did they tell you then right then and there?
No,
Oh.
but like, I mean, I know it. They're gonna screen it, and then I'll know.
Yeah, they don't tell you though.
Yeah, they will.
No, they won't.
Would. No, they wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. They would. They just throw it out.
Just throw it out.
Yeah.
You probably should still go check if you
Well, no,
think
I filled out a bunch of stuff. I would think that they.
Yeah, no, they don't bother. They screen it and they check it before they put it in the bank, but they don't go back and be like, hey, BTW.
Well, they should. I mean, they have your information.
Yeah, but why would they tell you?
It's true. Well, I mean,
They're not your doctor.
It's true.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, what else we got?
It's been two, like almost a month. Hold on, I'm just communicating some draft information here. Let's see. There we go. Red Sox were doing good, and then they are not doing good. Now they're doing good again.
Oh, yes.
Do you think they make the playoffs?
No, it's too late. It's over.
I mean, they could still squeeze in.
What, they like 6? Have a playoff spot? 6 games?
Yeah, something like that. They sweep Baltimore this weekend. I mean, I don't know, man. It's like...
I think Endeavors needs to be checked for PEDs.
Dude, he's fucking phenomenal.
He's on fire.
Huh? Yeah,
he's weird looking, though. I can't look at him.
He has a body like Jose Posada. It looks like a bowling ball.
It does.
I mean, a bowling pin. He had a huge ass.
Yeah.
Like, who's the guy in the Celtics that has the huge ass? So he used to. Sellinger? Sellinger has a huge ass. It's like a Kardashian butt.
On the Celtics?
It used to be on the Celtics, yeah. Who?
The guy that has the twin brother.
Marcus Morris?
He kind of has a
big ass, yeah. These black guys have huge asses.
He's a weird face, man. I can't stare at him.
Who, Devers?
Yeah.
Devers looks like he was...
he's a weird-looking guy.
He's kind of like a lazy eye. His like kind of eye kind of goes slant. Well, am I thinking of Nunez? Nunez had a weird-looking face, too.
Devers is just a weird-looking man. How old is he? Like 20? How old is he?
22?
22? Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be... him and Bogarts are fucking out of their mind this year. Mookie's just very subpar.
Very.
I think they trade him. They trade him next year, I think.
Yeah, but you can't be bad or normal like that. If you want a big contract, you got to play hard.
You got to play your ass off,
Yeah.
especially next year. But
he actually just hurt his next contract.
Wow.
What is he, 290, 288? He was 290? I don't know. Is he 300?
I think he's not even 300 now.
Yeah.
He's not the best player on the team.
No,
he's
definitely
top 5, but he's not the best. He's not the guy who's should get the big contract. I would give Bogarts an extension on his contract before I gave fucking Mookie.
Well, we just signed Bogarts, and we re-signed him.
Yeah, we signed him. So, and he's one of those guys. You actually re-signed him, and he actually playing well.
Yeah.
Usually, you re-sign a guy and they suck.
Is he a Boris client? He must not be a Boris client.
Bogarts, I think he is actually.
I know occasionally a Boris client will sign during the year. It's rare though. Usually, he wants him to go to free agency. How's that dipshit closer doing? The one we wouldn't resign. He ended up with somebody.
Kimball?
Yeah, where's he?
I believe he's injured. The Cubs picked him up in May or June.
Yeah.
And I think they they picked him up, and I think he just got injured after the fact. So, just as well. Yeah. Or they moved him out of the closing position. They pushed him to he's like just mid relief or something of that nature right now. So, double back is on his way. Just got the alert.
Dun dun dun. Cool.
Mr. Doubleback.
You said you're gonna put your Wi-Fi password up on the television.
Yeah, I get it. It's a fucking very extensive Wi-Fi password because I don't know how to change it to make it a short one.
Yeah, that's probably better.
I fucking hate Comcast. The thing's probably gonna fucking crash and burn with everyone using the Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's gonna bog down.
Like cause last year, fucking slowed the fuck down. It came to a screeching halt last year in the middle of the fucking draft. All everyone's computers went out.
You know what I'll probably do because I know I'm hooked into your Wi-Fi on my cell phone. I'm gonna shut it off on my cell phone because I'm gonna use my computer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should all probably shut them off on our phones.
Yeah.
If we're using computers. Yeah, it's totally gonna come to a crawl.
It's gonna be a lot of right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 computers and 3 cell phones on the Wi-Fi right now. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 computers and 3 cell phones on the Wi-Fi.
Probably kill some of those.
Yeah, it's gonna bog it down. I need a booster like my boy, the Nomadic Fanatic. Would you have sex with a Nomadic Fanatic?
I'm not a homosexual, so
say you were a girl, would you?
Probably not.
Yeah, he's not very attractive looking man. Sue, would you have sex with a Nomadic Fanatic? So the carpetbagger was in town last week.
And
he was at the Kowloons with his wife.
Oh wow!
And
I hung out with him. I didn't want to tell you.
Sure you did. I sent him a message on Facebook. I go,
you would have had a brain aneurysm if you
yeah, no kidding.
Like what?
I don't think him, you, and the wife could all fit in the elevator at the same time. Would hit that weight requirement. But he's back with the wife. Remember he was getting a divorce?
That's right, he was.
Now he's back, and they're traveling together. So they did everywhere me and Sue went this summer. They went to Cabot, then they went to Burlington, Vermont to see a game. Then they went to somewhere in New Hampshire, to Manchester, and then they went to Kowloon's, and they filmed it. And they were talking about this Polynesian restaurant in Kowloon's. Oh, wow.
It's Polynesian?
I guess so, yeah.
Huh.
And they were in Salem, and I sent him a message on YouTube. I go, shit, you were my neck of the woods here. You should have gave us a ring. We would have you could have came to the podcast. We could have had him sitting right in the guest chair.
Did he respond?
No, he did not. Because I think he's already back to Tennessee where he lives. Maybe I'll go find him when I'm down in Tennessee in 2 weeks.
You should.
What'd you say?
Where does he live
Outside Knoxville.
Really?
Yep. Alcoa.
We might huh?
He lives in Alcoa, near the airport. She does? Oh, so we go see him. He lives right near Sue's mom.
There you go. Problem
There you go.
solved.
You know that.
I think it was. I thought it was Alcadia.
No, Alcoa.
Oh, there you go. That's where he lives,
By the airport.
Close enough.
right by the airport. Let's go hang out with him over there.
Who's you invite him to Hollywood?
How about we swap couples? We do a little swinging thing. Would you be up for that?
No.
You get
I
naked?
don't think you'd be up.
No, I wouldn't be. I would leave. The price is right though.
We'll plan.
We all have a
Be
price.
like honeymoon in Vegas.
We all have a price.
Because we're gonna have. It's gonna be both of two couples.
It's like a bunch of couples taking ecstasy for the first time. So I had Eric freak the fuck out in this road trip because he was
good.
he was
What?
high most of the way
Oh,
down.
really?
So it was 2:00 in the morning. So I was listening to the Truck Driver radio station, and they do Coast to Coast AM, which is basically a show where people call in and talk about UFOs and paranautic stuff like this.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that show.
Yeah,
it's a good
it's
show.
been around for like 30 years. Art Bell started it many moons ago. And so now there's a new guy named George Oli that does the show. So he had this person come on, and he was talking about, he's like, and the guy was like, it's like eating a hamburger with 10 hits of LSD in it, boy. And he was like saying all these fucking crazy shit stuff, freaking Eric out. And then they had the roof off, and he's laying back, and he's like, ooh, the stars. So then I had him really freaked the fuck out. We're driving these back roads through fucking like Virginia and shit like this, and like these abandoned towns and stuff like this. And he was high as a kite. So he's like, where are you taking me? I'm like, where I'm taking you, you're gonna have a good time. I hope you like plus size women. And all of a sudden I see this abandoned motel, and I just fucking fly into the parking lot, jam my brakes, keep the car running. I run to the back of the motel. I go right back. I go make sure they're here. I run back to the motel.
Oh my god.
Disappear for about a minute.
That's very elaborate.
He's looking around, and I come back around. I go, all right, quick, let's go. They're ready for us. He's, what the fuck are you taking? He's like freaking out. I'm like, come on, they're ready for us. We gotta move quick.
That's pretty elaborate. Good for you.
He was freaking the fuck out. It was hilarious. He was like panicking. He had no idea where we were or what we were doing or who we were gonna see.
You're so freaking out. That's awesome.
Thought we were going to some fucking secret brothel in the back of an abandoned motel somewhere in Virginia.
I would not have liked to have seen the collection of ladies that you could pull together for that.
No. Bless you.
Salute.
I was disappointed. All my favorite roadside strip clubs have closed over the years. It's too bad.
Change.
Progressiveness. North Carolina was famous for the roadside strip clubs for the truckers. Very famous.
So where do you think they all go now? All the truckers.
I don't know, man.
There has to be another.
Cafe Risque in Gainesville, Florida is still open because me and Mikey stopped there once. And man, that is people eating lunch there and stuff, man. Like, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
The girls aren't really that. The first time I ever seen a pregnant stripper was at Cafe Risque in North Carolina.
I've never seen that, and I hope I never do.
She was probably like 8 months pregnant.
Oh man, hey, she's got to work, man. She's a working girl.
She's
got to feed the baby.
Yeah, it was 6:00 in the morning. She's serving breakfast to these truckers, topless, with her belly hanging out.
Oh wow.
They made us buy $10 worth of stuff before we left. So my buddy Adam bought a bunch of porn from the fucking the gift shop they had there. And when I say gift shop, it was like a linen closet with old pornography and dildos. Which brings me to the trophy of the Packie League. And Sue won't let me order one, but I got to order it anyway. So we're going to do a black dildo on a round piece of wood. And I'm going to get plaques. It's going to be like the Stanley Cup, where each year we'll just add a layer to the base until it gets bigger and bigger. And then we just have this giant base.
Nice.
So this is the 5th year. We already have. So Joey P won twice, Double Back won once, and Susie won once. So we have...
just for the record, it is 1 o'clock.
It was 1 o'clock.
That means that the order.
Yes, the order is available. Look who's here. It's Double Back and Maddie.
Hey, what's going on,
in the
guys?
house. All right, let's see what the draft order is.
I want
see, man. Dude, they're getting Wi-Fi.
Hey, it's Big Fatty Matty.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They're getting Wi-Fi playing a fitness.
do you know what's
Yeah.
do you know what's actually funny?
What's up,
Do you know what's actually funny? Hello, sir. Long time no see. Alex Wallace has just signed off of Facebook. So never in my life has Alex Wallace and Maddie been in the same frame or ever in the same time. Yeah, he's gone. He's not watching anymore.
We have similar frames. I've seen pictures.
All right. So we got the picks here. This is the draft order, in case you guys are wondering. It's gonna be Rudolph, Brittany, Adam, myself. Who's deciding? Still deciding? Who's that? That's yours? Still deciding?
Yeah. I'd rather be
See,
in the top 3.
Joe from Seattle, then Podolsky.
Last, you have the first the next time.
It's like this year, I'm like, all right, I kind of want first.
So you get the 11th pick.
Get a good running back that can catch
Yeah.
the balls and like McCaffrey or
That's not
Kamara.
bad. Yeah.
And
Towards the end, that's-
Jay has
then
12. So
Then I get a double.
in the next round, yeah.
So basically what we're going to do is, since we can't skip an actual pick for the draft, if you're not here, so there's going to be 2 people who aren't going to be here. They have to pick a kicker in the second round. So.
Someone just declared back in the league too, so they like
Someone just what?
someone came out of retirement. I think the Eagles kicker. Grab
Oh, look at that.
Oh shit! I gave wings.
All right. So second round kicker.
Hey, sometimes a kicker can win a game. It happens.
Good.
So
So
occasional time. Yeah, there's that occasional.
so right now Jay and Britt have to pick a kicker in the second round.
but will they?
They do. I'll just take their pick away if they don't.
That'd be hilarious.
I mean, I can control who they pick. So
That'd be
they get their
hilarious.
pick. I was gonna make them pick a punter, but we don't pick punters. So
You know what they're gonna? One of them's gonna try, and then it's disappear.
yeah. So that makes it pretty even. So we got an hour before the draft. Let's call the show now as it is.
Yes,
So it
yes.
doesn't get too crazy. What? Anything you're plugging?
No, just the usual. Check out the Whirlwind Potato on YouTube.
Get some new episodes.
Shadow Weekly, yeah.
Nice. And then-
Backlog's catching up though. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus because of vacation, so all the crap. September is actually one of the second worst months. So all
Yeah.
the crap is going to kick out September and then get ready for fall.
We got Wicked Explorers already queued up till October, so we're good there. And the POVs also till October, so check those out. Wicked Explorers POV and Wicked Explorers regular on YouTube
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. And we will be on a week from Monday. So
Week from Monday.
a week from Monday's the next show. So we got to see you then. Everyone have a good week and toodles.